Good morning, Year 10. I hope you're well and having a lovely day. Welcome to your final lesson on the spoken language assessment. So, for your do now, I would like you to reread your introduction and consider the following. Does it include techniques? Does it set out what you intend to do in your speech? And is it engaging for your audience? I would like you to make improvements to your introduction in red, please. If you have not yet written an introduction, please could you write the first few sentences now. So pause the video for 5 minutes to complete your task. Okay, so today we'll be finishing off your speech. But before I brief you on that, I would like to address something. So, as you know, every 2 weeks I'll be giving you one piece of feedback on class charts, but it came to my attention yesterday that you don't get notified when I comment on your work that you upload. So, just to let you know that the work I chose was last Friday's response to the poetry. If you didn't answer the right questions, I didn't leave a comment because there's no point on me commenting about your note making abilities. You all have fantastic note making abilities. So if you uploaded the right thing, which was a response to the poem and the poems in general, then I left you a comment. Otherwise, I did not leave you a comment. However, I would like to add it's really important that you are uploading your work. So on average, I'm getting about 7 uploads, and that's not really good enough for the people, to the people who aren't uploading it. So please make sure you are uploading, and please do check back if you did upload a response to the poetry on Friday. Please do check back for my comment on your work. Okay, and so that's that. If you've got any questions about uploading or any issues, or you would like to respond to my comment, please do get in touch. So what I'd like you to do now is spend 45 minutes finishing off your speech. Make sure you have a clear structure, so refer to your plan from last lesson to help with this. Use a range of techniques, again refer to your plan. Explore sophisticated or complex ideas, so every single speech topic that I've approved has the potential to get a distinction. I wouldn't have approved it if it didn't. So please make sure you're exploring sophisticated, complex, thought-provoking ideas. Use sophisticated vocabulary, so as I'm sure you're aware, if there's a lack of this in your in your speech, please do use a thesaurus, look up some words and replace them with better ones. And finally, make sure you're using facts and statistics. If you have not yet completed your research, which is fine, I only said it yesterday, then part of your homework will be to insert the data that you collect into your speech. So you may want to say X number of students suffer with this disease, or global warming has caused the temperature to increase by X amount every year. So if there's something you would like to look up but you haven't yet done it, don't worry, just leave a space or put an X in your speech, and then once you've done your research, you can come back and insert the correct facts and statistics in the relevant place. Just make sure you don't forget to do it. Okay, so please could you pause the video for 45 minutes or however long it takes to finish off your speech. Okay, so flashcards, the final step. You need to make flashcards with sentence starters and bullet points to help you remember what to say. You could potentially write out your whole speech and then just highlight key words. The danger with that is that you read it instead of looking up at the audience. However, if that would make you feel more comfortable, you can copy your speech onto flashcards. I remember I did that when I did my speaking assessment all those years ago, and I just highlighted the key points and the key words, and I pretty much memorized it. And then if I got stuck, if I got lost, I could glance down, pick out those keywords to help me. But the best approach would be to just write sentence starters and bullet points so you know what you're going to say next. Also, if you write out the whole thing, that's a lot of flashcards. Okay, so what you should do then is record your voice on your phone and give yourself useful feedback. So sometimes when you hear yourself, it's quite surprising how you sound. I am repeatedly shocked by how high my voice is, and even when I do try and lower it, it does seem to sneak up and get higher. So if I was doing a spoken assessment, I would definitely try and lower my voice for those 5-10 minutes that I was speaking in front of the class. So sometimes you may notice that you use a lot of fillers. So you say or ah. I'm definitely guilty of that too. So listen to yourself. It can be quite painful hearing yourself speak, but it's a really good practice to get into to prepare for the spoken assessment. Make sure you time yourself. So you need to speak for 4 to 5 minutes. If it's too long, I'll have to cut you off, which I would hate to do. But like I say, it is an assessment, and if you pass 5 minutes, I will have to stop you. But please don't put me in that position. Please make sure you've timed yourself, and it will definitely not take 4 to 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes. I would advise you to kind of keep it to about 4 minutes, 30 seconds, absolute max, in case you talk more slowly. Give a presentation to your family and get them to ask you questions so that you can practice your answers. If I was in your position, I would make a list of the most likely questions and draw up some answers to them. What a quite nice idea might be is doing a Zoom speech night with your friends, so you can all read each other your speeches, and if they happen to be in your English class, you may get an idea of the kind of things they might ask you. So that's a really good way to practice your speech. So please could you pause the video to start making your flashcards and time yourself giving your speech. Okay, so don't worry if you didn't have time to finish off everything this lesson. There was quite a lot to do, but like I said, we don't have any more lesson time for speech writing. So if you haven't finished off, it's absolutely vital. I can't stress enough that you have it finished as soon as possible. So you want to have ideally as much time as you can to become an expert on your topic and to ideally memorize that speech. You don't have to memorize every word, but you should know it inside out by the time September comes. So please do make sure you have written your speech out in full, you have it on your flashcards, either in full or better yet, just the key points and sentence starters, and you've practiced it with family and friends. And I would strongly recommend having a list of anticipated questions that may come up and drawing up answers to them so you're fully prepared for September. Because, like I said, I keep repeating, you need to pass this assessment in order to pass English language. You fail the assessment, you fail English language. So please make sure it's a positive experience, you do really well, and you've all chosen fantastic topics. And what I want for you more than anything is for you to do yourselves justice. I still remember my spoken assessment all these years later, even though I regret slightly doing materialism as my topic. I still remember it being a really positive experience. So it is something that stays with you. So please do your very best in terms of your preparation. So when it comes to September, it's not just something you have to do, it's something you enjoy. I want you to go up there to enjoy those 10 minutes, make it something special, make an impact on the people around you, and make it a positive experience. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's lesson. Thank you very much for your hard work. As always, let me know if you've got any questions, if you would like any feedback. I'm always here to help. And as you may have guessed, I'm very passionate about this particular mini unit. So I'll be happy if you get in touch. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed working on the spoken language assessment, and I look forward to speaking to you next time.